Hey guys, what is going on? The zip of RageQuitTV, and man, was that a fast loading. We have Kidda spawning as the Green Terran, and Lamarq again spawning as the Purple Zerg. Let me fix that little overlay. This is the Heart of the Swarm custom games. They are pretty cool games. The Swarm host, pretty OP. And Kidda is saying, oh, they have too much HP. And I do agree with that. We'll see exactly what ends up happening this game. Lamarq again, the Purple Zerg. Kidda, the Green Terran. Will this Terran player build more Shredders? Will we see good Shredder use out of him? Or will he just end up being normal like the rest of us? Going over this 8 p.m. tab, we can see both players averaging around 25. SCV is going to build a supply depot, walling himself in. We'll see exactly what Lamarq ends up doing. The Tempest Passion guy, not too good. I mean, they're pretty cool in theory, but they're just not good overall units. And oh, that is something I do want to see. I want to see what that new Thor looks like. Kidda is saying it's a joke. Does that mean it's a good thing or a bad thing? I'm assuming it means it's really bad. And here goes that barracks right at 12 supply. And he's not building another SCV. Oh man, Kidda, build an SCV. 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 But no, he is not going to. Oh, there we go. There we go. He's going to build an SCV finally after he says there's so many kids out there. This is why you don't type in a play. The hatch is coming out. So we're going to see a hatch pool again out of Lamarq. There goes the pool. That drone did have a thing of minerals when he went to build the pool. That is kind of a waste. Not that big of a waste, though. And the Overlord is trying to get away as fast as humanly possible because there is about to be a Marine being produced. The Overlord will get away. He did leave early enough. And, the Order Command is starting to morph, and after this game, I will be playing a Heart of the Swarm game, most likely. Or maybe I'll find 2 viewers in the chat to play one as we just watch all these new units and oogle at them. Overlord comes in, sees quite a few SCVs. But what else is he going to see? The reactor is coming out with the factory, so again, Kidda, like the other Terran player, Kirix, is going to be going for those quick Hellions. And I don't see why you wouldn't. I mean, people do that in just Wings of Liberty, and Hellions are pretty good. And now that they can transform into Battle Hellions, so they can deal with roaches a little bit better, why wouldn't you build Hellions? Come on. But he's not actually. He's building a factory, tech lab right away on that factory. So Kidda is proving me wrong. He is at 19 supplies still. We're going to see if he gets a command center or not. And Lamarq just turning that one piece of mineral. And no, he's going straight for the Shredders. Oh man, he is going to be doing Shredder play. The Shredder is the second unit he's actually building, or maybe the third if you count 2 Marines as 2 separate units. And the Shredder is going to come out, and that thing could probably defend walls pretty great. I mean, he just has to put this behind a supply depot, and then that area is secure. 4-lings are going to come up. We do have the expansion that wants to go down. The Shredder is going to be burrowing somewhere. And some decent micro from Kidda doing the 2 Marines that were targeted. And now the Shredder is moving out. Looks like it's going to be a 4 Marine plus 1 Shredder push. And I don't know how successful that's going to be just because the Shredder is not really a unit-friendly item. Guy, you can see he is extremely fast. Just going across the game board, Metalopolis, I should say. We do have a spine crawler going out, and now we're going to see the Shredder burrow. He's going to go right in a spot where Lings cannot get us around. And next to the spine crawler, which is not the best place for a Shredder, he is going to activate his little thing, and boom goes him. And man, are those big explosions or what? The second base is almost up for Kidda. That spine crawler definitely pissed off that one Shredder. And I'm assuming we're going to see Lamarq go straight for the Swarm Host like he did last game because, well, he just found out how good those units actually are. Another Shredder is going to be coming out. How expensive are those? 125 and 50? Not too bad. Medevac is being built. We have the SCV still being produced. And again, this is just a diamond level custom game of HOT of the Swarm. As you can see, the Queens not on individual hotkeys. The only hotkey Lamarq has right now are his hatcheries. Probably should either have hatch on separate hotkeys or put his Queens on separate hotkeys. I've been trying to just use my hatches on hotkeys and not hotkey my Queens actually. Or at least have some of my hatches, and that will allow me to see the lava inject bar. So when I'm not looking at that, I can kind of check in and see, okay, it's going to finish soon. Just one thing I've been thinking about doing. And looks like he's still building SCVs. Doesn't have that many, it looks like. 29 to 44, so maybe he's not too far behind in that SCV count. And you know what would be a great unit holding watchtowers? The Shredder. That thing would be so awesome at holding that watchtower. Another starport is being built, so it looks like Kidda may be going into a lot of air. We'll see. And, oh wait, I missed a Shredder. You can't see how many kills he got. He's 37 drones, so it doesn't look like he's really got anything. All the drones have got pulled off. And even the Medevac does stop its little pulse. And we have a Queen trying to take it out. Who wins? 1-on-1, the Queen or the Shredder? It looks like the Shredder wins. Another Queen does come in. The Queen's not going to transfuse. That one Queen does fall. And oh my god, is this doing a lot of damage? Meanwhile, you have the Shredder doing damage down here. It looks like 31 drones. But man, is this thing good. Has even taken out an Overlord as well. This is how you use those Shredders. Spinecrawler is going to burrow. And he may be in range of that. Does the Spinecrawler have more range? I can't tell on the Shredder's range. And looks like he needs to get a little bit closer. This one little thing is stopping mining at this entire base. We have a few lings down here. None of the new units out just yet. We have a Corvid reactor coming out, and that is going to be for mass Hellions. It looks like he may be going... Oh, wait, the Shredder does go down to a few lings. But he may be going like Shredder Raven, which would be pretty funny with auto turrets as well. And the Ling's going to just forget about those Marines, go straight for the SCVs, get a few of them. Marine's trying to kite back to him, and he does get back in the bunker. Only one Marine, though. Those Lings are dying ever so slowly. And the Raven is out. We're going to see auto turrets being placed now. I can only assume auto turrets. What's going on, Queen? And he is taking a lot of damage. There we go. Plays in one auto turret. And that thing will kill a few Lings. And Medevac's being produced. I wish he'd just build more and more Ravens and just go complete mass Raven. That actually can work. I have seen it happen in a pro level game against ST. It was Braddock versus ST in the BlizzCon qualifiers, game number 2 on Shakur's Plateau. Mass Raven, at least 20 Ravens were out at once. And we have a drop right here just waiting for this one base to finish. Oh no, he doesn't know it's there yet. And more Medevacs being built. Putting Hellions in them. And yeah, it looks like mainly just Hellion play. Spinecrawler is up, and the Hellion's just going to go back to the Medevac, I would assume. Another Spinecrawler being built at his base so he can deal with these drops, and the Shredders just magically appearing at any place in his base anytime they want to. But we have Kidda now just building tanks. A PF is up at the third base. And another supply depot is going to be built. We do have more and more supply depots just going around the map because he doesn't want to supply cap himself. He's at 95 out of 193 supply, but he's still building supply depots 2 at a time. He hasn't really lost that many units. I mean, he's only lost 1,000 total resources worth of units. But he's just on this thing. I cannot supply cap myself. I must build supply depots 2 at a time until I get to 200 supply, and now he hits that. Lings are going to come up, find the third base, and realize they can't take out a PF. Big drop is coming by with tanks and Hellions. And Banelings are coming in. They're like, oh man, we're going to be taking out you Marines. And then 4 wild tanks just appear to pick off everything. And they're actually sieging up next to a Spine Crawler. Spine Crawler is getting transfused. Now the Hellions do drop. We have a Swarm Host running in circles, trying to figure out what to do, and the tanks get cleaned up. That was one of the worst tank drops I have ever seen. 4 tanks just insta-gibbed. And looks like Banshees now. So he gets all those tech labs, builds a lot of medevacs out of them after getting Corvid Reactor for that Raven, and then goes into Banshee play. Not really making much sense. But he is getting a fusion core, so he will be building battle cruisers. And battle cruisers are the obvious counter to Swarm Host. And again, this one drop is just sitting here, just doing nothing. Just chilling out. Spinecall is coming. He's like, oh, if you ever come for me, drop, I will take it out. And Kidda's like, this. No big deal. I'll just take 4 bases. And the template is out, expand the Zerg player. But keep in mind, they're a Swarm Host. And I don't believe they had anti-air. And what are you doing, Queen? We have possibly one of the worst scouts in the game right now, a.k.a. the Queen, just going on. And, yeah, she sees absolutely nothing. I guess she sees Banshees coming out. But, he's still building Banshees. He's queuing those Banshees up when he has a fusion. I have no clue what Kid is thinking right now. Apparently, he doesn't want battle cruisers, even though he built that fusion core. Maybe he just wants to see buildings dance. And it's not even dancing, though, because it's not researching anything. This guy is one boring Terran. Let me tell you. At least he has stopped building supply depots finally. How many workers does he have idle? 6? Those are part of the SCV crew of just building supply depots everywhere throughout the main. And still, yeah, building Banshees. He's got the fusion core. Doesn't have an armory, so it's not like he's getting air upgrades and needs that for, like, the next level. And a bunch of Swarm Hosts booing right here. He does keep a Viper next to him. And we're going to have Swarm Host versus PF, and those SCVs don't want anything to do with those baby Hydras, and do just go away if you're just tuning in. Heard a Swarm custom game, and Swarm Hosts poop out baby Hydras, aka Locust. And that command center does not get cancelled. And the PF, look at this thing fall! Oh my god, this is the fastest I've ever seen a PF go down. Meanwhile, a bunch of Banshees are coming in to deal damage to Lamarq, but man, are those Swarm Hosts taking out a PF. They all unburrow. Banshees do come. He does have a Raven, so I guess that's why he built the Raven. So he could see these Swarm Hosts, and for his Banshees just take them out. There are 9 Banshees out on the field, but Infestors now popping out. Doesn't have Pathogen Glands, and the Infestation Pit did go down. So that means he can't funnel good. Oh my god, Infestors! We do have Yamato Gun being researched. But the Swarm Hosts are ever moving so slowly. All it would take is 1 Raven and 1 Banshee to start taking these units out. And the Banshee's still just ruining this main. Gonna fly into Spore Crawlers. And now Mass Infestor does come out. Those Banshees are gonna be dealt with. And those Infested Terrans come out to scare away medevacs. And actually push the medevacs into a Spore Crawler. Then Spore Crawler pushes it back into an Infested Terran. Infested Terran's chasing it. He doesn't have much life left. That medevac may get away. Oh, the Infested Terran has to go through a maze. He does get through that. 1 HP left. Oh my god, so close, and he does get it. And now he commits suicide. Boom! Meanwhile, the Locust coming out. There is a few Banshees here, but no... Well, there goes the Raven. Meanwhile, a bunch of tanks just moving across the map. There are bunches of Infestors. And now auto turrets with this 1 Banshee gonna be taking out all of these Swarm Hosts. And yes, those Locusts do not attack air. And looks like those tanks are getting cleaned up, but there are 2 tanks here doing the harassment. They think they're Hellions. They wipe out a mineral line pretty quickly. And now they're just going to be going to work on that hatch. Looks like the hatch will be falling. We have the hatch being built back up in the main. I guess he wants to get that 2,000 gas. Doesn't really have many minerals left here. And he's at 2K, so he just needs to be better on his injects. But then again, a lot of his tech did get sniped by those Banshees. He can only produce Lings. He has another layer up. He is getting Infestation Pit yet again and a Spire. And that is a lot of Banshees just going across the map. This one hatch is definitely going to be falling now. A lot of drones being built. It is 50 workers, 284 worker kill count, 33 and 24. 33 for the Terran player, of course. Swarm hosts are going burrowing, but there is a Raven to see them. And then the Infestors do come. Don't have Neuroparasite, so he's going to have to Fungal Growth and Infestor Terran to kill Battle Cruisers. And you can see, oh my god, look how fast that thing is. That is so cool. That red line reactor, I forgot about that. Just can make those battle cruisers jet out of the situation. Will he do that again? Do it, do it, do it. Oh, you're so close to be able to use that. A 10-second cooldown. It looks like, maybe it's a little more. Maybe like 20 seconds. Is he going to? No. Not going to be using that just yet. We have 5 shredders being built. 5 of them. Oh, man. And you can see what his thought is. Just put a line of shredders up defending everything. The one SCV comes and the shredders' defenses do go down. Meanwhile, you have the Battlecruiser plus Banshees harassing this base yet again. And this base is going to be falling. We have 10 mutas on the way with more Swarm Host. And now Infestors are coming. The Raven trying to put a wall of auto turrets, but no, he can't. Battlecruiser does not redline reactor out of that just yet. Will he? Will the Battlecruiser save himself and ignore the Banshees? Disregard them. Get out of there, Battlecruiser. Use your redline reactor and go. And there he goes. Just look at him go. Oh, man. That is like a Chudge lot right there with the Battlecruiser. Swarm Host unbowing. And it looks like this muta's just going around the map. We do have the Queen now at this, going to be injecting hopefully. You can see, well, he injects there as I start pointing that out. But again, just needs to do a better job injecting to stay lower on those minerals. Bunch of mutas are coming for harassment. There are not really many missile turrets. There's one over here, but yeah, not at the mineral line. So the muta's going to be pretty effective. No Hunter Seeker missile for that Raven, and that thing just falls to the ground. Oh my god. Meanwhile, Battlecruiser is going to pick off that Overlord, but decide not to. They're going to go after these mutas, it looks like, that are harassing all of the mining bases. I guess this one's still mining, but not for long. You have 3 missile turrets going up to protect, let's see, probably 1,500 minerals, maybe a little bit more. And those shredders are not doing too much with the Hellions inside the range, but the Hellions are leaving to go deal with the mutas. And was that Banshee attacking this Order Command, the SCV repairing it? What? And now BCs come. They don't have any upgrades. Muta's going to try to take out the BCs. And he's attacking the BC that has full life. And more BCs do come. And he could have taken out a BC if he attacked the other one. Meanwhile, we do have Swarm Host trying to take out these shredders. And it looks like they will be successful. Oh man, those explosions. And now the Swarm Host is going to be taking out that one tank, and the next tank is going to be going down. more and more BCs are out, and they will be taking care of business. Only a few mutas. There are corruptors as well, but that's a lot of BCs, and they're just going to yell into the Mutalist because why not? That's a lot of infestors though. They don't use Neuroparasite because they have it. But they decide to just poop out a bunch of infested Terrans. I think Neuroparasite would have been a much, much better call. You can see this battle cruisers using Redline React to try to get away, but they do get fungal growth and will be going down. That is it of the battle cruisers. And now the swarm hosts are going to be coming in. Going to be burrowing near a command center. And we have a lot of Ravens out, but they're not going to be too good. And those are the Warhounds. And those Corruptors just picking off those Ravens very fast. You can see the Warhounds doing damage to those Mutas, along with those auto turrets. The Swarm Host just going to be picking off these command centers now. And this, I think, is going to go to the Zerg player, but to be honest, I guess he's mining off of 2 bases. But so is the Terran player. He is building more starports. And there are 2 PFs here protecting pretty much nothing anymore. Those missile turrets went up in vain. Mutas never even came to that base. We have the Hive now being morphed at the natural because, again, his main got sniped twice. But all these swarm hosts have to do is just pick off these 2 bases, which they can easily do. There's no reason why they can't just pick off those bases. Gonna burrow them all and should just click on this command center. He doesn't have to worry about picking off the SCVs. If all these Locusts just pop, he should be fine. Locust, light unit, so Hellion Blue Flame does do extra damage to them. And look how fast this orbital command goes down. Those just fall so quickly. But BC's coming in with Mutas and Corruptors. The, I guess, what is it? Binding Cloud does go off, but everything is in melee range anyways. You can see those Warhounds, they grow just before they die. Do we have any more out on the map? We have 1. We gotta watch him. Where is he? Warhound. I don't know where he is. He's somewhere. Oh, wait, no, he didn't just die. That was a Shredder, it looks like. I don't know where that one Warhound could be. Oh, there he is. He's trapped. Found him. And that sucks. He's trapped. He can't do too much. Meanwhile, Blue Flame Hellion's coming in to do a little bit of harassment, but it looks like the Mutas and Queens are going to be able to clean house. And Fester's just chilling out right here. Not going to fungal growth the Hellions that drive past. No. Now the Swarm Host going to come in and reburrow. The starports are in trouble. And all the Locusts do pop. You can see the damage they do. 16 with a 0.83 attack speed. It's pretty fast. You can see the starports just fall to the ground as those Locusts do come out. 4 Muta's going to be attacking that refinery. He wants that thing dead, even though there's no SCVs at this base really. And there we go. Now that PF is going to be attacked. This PF goes down to the Swarm Host. And now the SCV's in a little bit of trouble. Thankfully, they're faster than the Locust. But they're just going to be flying into the Mutas plus Vipers, and that is never a good thing. And the game's going to come down to these 3 battlecruisers. As soon as these things die, the Terran player will not have anything left. Only 350 gas, so you can build a bunch of Marines and maybe 1 more BC. And Lamarq, the obvious thing to do when you see BCs is get rid of your Corruptors and go for Broodlords. And, BCs are out. Those SCVs should be repairing, but they go on auto repair, run away from the BCs, and now they're going to be going towards those BCs to repair them. No corrupt goes down on those BCs, and those Broodlords now out to kill those SCVs, I guess. And here goes that Warhound. Keep a watch out on this guy when he dies. We gotta watch this guy die. But he's not dying. He's still at near full life. There are 4 Broodlords out, and then here he goes. He's gonna die. Oh, there's 2 of them. Boom! They just grow and explode. Meanwhile, the Swarm host making mincemeat of all the bases. The BC is going to be killing the Broodlords. How cute would it be if he used the Abduct and pulled the BCs away, allowing his Broodlords to try to get away? Uh-oh. Yamato going off, killing one of those Broodlords. Another one. Boom! Broodlord threat has been dealt with, but again, Kidda is not mining. So as long as Lamarq can kill those 3 BCs, one of which is very injured, he's going to have no problem. And now the Swarm host have to kill this missile turret so they can stay alive. And yes, they kill the missile turret, and the BCs are like, huh, where did you guys go? We don't know where the Swarm host just went. We were fighting at the ground, and then they just disappeared. We assume they died. And looks like his main order command is going to go over to the gold base. Bunch of Lings, Roaches, and Corruptors now coming out and going to take care of that one command center. And this is pretty much going to be the final nail in the coffin. Bunch of Lings coming to deal with those Blue Flame Hellions. Not the best counter, but at this point, as long as he has units, it's going to be good. Foam Growth goes off on those BCs. No redlining reactor out of that. Some Infested Tans come out, and Kidda goes awesome with a big smiley face. So it looks like people who play Hooded Swarm just enjoy playing it. They don't mind if they lose. They don't mind how overly overpowered Swarm Host can be and such. So those Roaches, that's going to be it. So do we have any, like, master players in here? Because I want to try to get a master game going on in Heart of the Swarm Custom.